subscribe.
We found out that 93% of you aren't subscribed. What the heck? That's awkward. So hit the subscribe button and put in this first. And like.
Orthodontist, the reason why you have so much confusion because they think they know so much about expansion, but they know nothing. The blue is before and after expansion.
So this is update 4 on my MARPE. Stuff that's happened in between now and the last update. I got to attend a class by Dr. Evans on expansion and in kids, and it was a really good eye-opener for how I kind of slipped under the radar there, and am now getting expansion as an adult. But that was really cool. And in terms of updates, I'm starting to split, noticing a small gap, I'm not sure if you can see it, in between my 2 front teeth. So Dr. Evans said in my last appointment that I would be getting a CBCT done in a few weeks to check in on everything and confirm the split. A little bit of discomfort, especially last week, the day of my appointment. I'd done a turn the night before, and a lot of pressure had built up over the night, and I kind of woke up with a headache. Dr. Evans said that was just a sign of splitting occurring, and a few days later I noticed this really small gap starting to form, and each turn it's getting a little bit wider. So I have been doing good, turning once a day for a little over a week. I sneezed during class today, and I think, I'm not sure if that jolted something or it continued to split, but stuff definitely felt a little bit different after the sneeze. I'm not saying like it split during the sneeze, but maybe like continued splitting. I'm not sure if that kind of pushed it along. But yeah, sneezing is a little bit different. I feel like I have to sneeze a lot more, but I can't. And then when I do, especially in class earlier, I really felt it. But yeah, I'd say the pain is probably a 1 or a 2 on the pain scale. And it's definitely more of an initial discomfort when you first turn the appliance. I guess at night is when I'm turning it. So the initial discomfort is turning, kind of subsides within 5 to 10 minutes, and then depending on the turn and the pressure built up, I've experienced headaches in the mornings after. One really bad one last week, and then some minor ones that really aren't worth noting. But as a headache sensitive person, it's definitely something you want to be aware of and have some medications on hand. Have Excedrin, aspirin. Check with your doctor to make sure those are all safe. During your expansion, yeah, it just feels really sensitive around the front of my mouth. Like I wouldn't want to be knocked on my teeth right now at all. I just feel like everything's moving, and not necessarily temperature sensitive to cold or hot, but just to like pressure, like my tongue bumping it or like leaning up against it, it definitely feels kind of weird. So I think this is all a good sign. I have noticed some of the popping out effects from turning the appliance, the popping out of the cheekbones. I'm not sure if I'm just hyper aware or if it's too early and I'm delusional, but I think I'm gonna bring that up in my next appointment and just make sure everything's okay. I'm sure it is, but on the sheet they give you when you get your MARPE installed, it says to bring up any asymmetries you notice. So I'm not sure if this is constituting that, but probably bring it up with Dr. Evans just to make sure everything's looking good. But that's my update so far. That class I got to sit in was really interesting. I learned a lot. Yeah, kind of made me a proponent of children's expansion. She gave a really good overview on why it's necessary, and why pulling teeth isn't necessary, and why we should be making room in your jaw for all your teeth to fit, and why extraction isn't always the answer. So that was a really cool talk. It was a 2-day talk. I only got to attend the 1 day, but I'm grateful for Dr. Evans for letting me attend. This is usually something that other doctors, orthodontists or dentists get to attend and register for that, and I'm grateful that she just let me sit in and absorb information as a patient of hers. So I'll probably splice in some of the non-descriptive content from that, a few lines of cool quotes that I caught. But yeah, some really interesting stuff. I want to do probably a little bit of a deep dive on some of the stuff I learned in that video. But this is just an update of everything that's going on so far. So I believe I am 8 days into turning today. Once a day. So starting the split, and we will see where I go from here. I have an appointment this week. I'm going to bring up those concerns I talked about and touch base with Dr. Evans to see where we're at. So yeah.